All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. So the only thing on the agenda today is CSI changes for volume health. The PR is out. I am currently in the process of reviewing it. If anybody else is interested in this PR, please take another look at it. And our goal is to get this merged pretty soon. Are there any active discussions here?
I just want to get everyone's attention. Should we go over the last change, the latest changes, so that everyone is aware what changes were made?
Do you want to share your screen or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had a couple of review meetings, and then we decided to make some changes to this field. So initially it's called volume house, now renamed it to volume condition. And now we don't have all of those conditions, so we just start with one thing, which is quite abnormal now. And then abnormal can be true, false, or unknown. And in the future, we can add more, but we just start with this one to make it simple. And then the message will be one message. It's not a repeated string anymore, just one string. I think that's mainly it. And then mainly just replace volume house with volume condition in all the other places where we are trying to show this house condition. So that's it. Yeah. So the rest of them are the same as before, just a renaming. Have them in node get volume stats. We have them in get volume response, and at least volumes response. So those are the changes in the latest PR. Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Does anyone have any questions on this change?
When is the time frame?
So I'm trying to get my review finished by today, and I don't think I have any huge changes. So I think within this week it should be very possible to get it merged. Next question would be when we want to cut a new release.
I mean, is the thinking that this is going into 119 of Kubernetes? So
right.
We're trying to line it up with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we were trying to get it into 118. We missed that. So let's try to get it into 119 as an alpha feature, which means we would need a new release of CSI. I'm looking into if there are any other big PRs that went in since the last release.
I think the main thing to think about there would be Hemant's resize work, and if there's any improvements that we want to pick up for the release.
Are there any more CSS spec changes for resize? I thought there was something getting in 1.2, right?
Looks like there's been a handful of more changes since. So clarify item potent for controller expand volume and node expand volume, clarify origin for volume context, add missing bidirectional arrow to graph transitions. That's not a big one.
There were some questions about whether we needed to have more return values, like to return sizes from certain. I mean, I don't know whether, from a technical perspective, it makes sense to make those changes, but it seems like we should make a decision before cutting a release whether those things are in scope or out of scope.
So let's do this. Let's reach out to Hemant and figure out what changes are needed, if any, and what timeline he's anticipating those for.
Yeah.
If it's going to take too long, then we can go ahead and cut without it. If if we can get his changes in as well, then let's, if it's within a couple of weeks or 3 weeks or something like that, I think we can wait.
That sounds great.
So our development on the Warning House controller and agent are also pending on this CSI change. So we good to get it.
Can you unblock yourself by using a local build?
Yeah, we could try that.
Okay, it's good. As soon as this merges, just basically do that, and then we'll get an official release out as soon as we can. Ben, can you take action item to follow up with Hamant?
He's not here by any chance, is he? No.
Unfortunately not.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll reach out to him on Slack.
Thank you so much. And I'm just updating our notes. Okay. Did we have anything else anybody wanted to talk about?
I just maybe want to talk about what we're looking at right here on the screen.
Sure.
I apologize if this fell out of focus for me and I missed some of the discussion, but I don't feel like the language here is at all clear. It says status represents the current status of a condition. And then condition, it isn't clear to me what this means at all. So I suspect other people coming to this without context are going to be completely confused.
Okay, so maybe need to clarify this. Basically, we're trying to make this abnormal a Boolean, but I think we also want to be able to specify a Boolean as a null. So that's why we have 3 different conditions. False, true, or null. The first one meaning really if you set a Boolean null pointer or something. So if you're not setting it, so that's why there are 3.
Okay. Isn't that kind of built into gRPC?
I believe you can't do it. I think last time James checked it.
Okay. I thought the 0 value was what would come back whenever something isn't.
Oh, that's just mean not. Yeah, just mean not set. But I think if you use Boolean, it's true and false, right? So
Yeah, no.
like 3 different.
I think there's a type they can use in Google Protobuf type called bool. It's just not the Boolean primitive type, but you have a struct that you can use. I think we get something similar on some other field. You can check.
Is it? Okay, so it's.
But anyway, this is fine too. But I think if there's no plan to add more to that thing, then probably it's probably better to use the other one.
So it's called
wrapped
it's just called a bool, B-O-O-L, bool?
Yeah, I can send you a link to that.
Oh, okay, thanks. Yeah, because I remember last time, I don't know if James on the call, he checked something and then we discussed and decided this is the way to go. So
yeah, Protobuf creates some wrappers struct for exactly this reason, right?
Okay. Yeah. Please send me the link then. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, that okay. Now I remember that discussion, but I kind of lost the context that was what this was about. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
if we can use the inbuilt protobuf capabilities, I think it's much better.
Okay. Yeah, I think in Kubernetes API we have something like this, like condition unknown, true or false.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked. There's a struct called bool value, and it's in Google.protobuf package.
Okay.
You can use that. It's just a wrapper over bool primitive type,
Okay.
but you cannot set this. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it from me.
All right, any other comments, concerns, anything anybody wants to talk about? Okay, so please take a look at this PR. Any comments you have, try to get them in by today, and then Xing can address them, and we'll get this merged as soon as possible. And then we'll be on to the 1.3 release. Thank you so much for your time today, and we'll reconvene. I guess this is back on a 4-week cycle.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, take care, folks.
Thanks.
Right.
Bye.
Bye.